You're listening to Denver Wine Radio.
It's a DJ and a winemaker yakking about music and wine.
Presented by Bonaquisti Wine Company.
And now here's Cha and Polly.
Welcome, everybody, to Denver Wine Radio. I'm Paul Bonaquisti. Cha-Cha Chavez is in the house today. Hey, Cha-Cha.
Hey, Polly Wally, what's up?
Not much, drinking some wine.
Chilling, trying to stay cool in this heat wave that's across the country.
Oh, that's for sure.
Man, we got to find ways to stay cool, Paul.
We do.
You can only drink so many Slurpees. What you got in that bottle over there?
Well, it was free Slurpee yesterday.
It was, and I went and got my free Slurpee.
Did you get speaking of Slurpee, did you get the, I haven't tried it yet, but there's a Captain Crunch Berry Slurpee?
Oh, God, no. Yeah. I didn't even see that. That just made my stomach turn.
It did. I can't handle
yeah,
the sugar.
No,
But yeah. So, lots of ways to cool off in the summer, and one way is to drink Prosecco.
Oh, that's the nice bubbly wine, right?
Yeah, bubbly wine from Italy. Comes from northern Italy, and it's delicious.
It is, and you can mix it like mimosas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you can mix
awesome.
it. You can drink it straight.
Yep.
You can add whatever you want to it, and it's great any time of the day.
Right, little crushed ice. Or do you do an ice with that type of wine or no?
Typically, no.
Okay.
You wouldn't do ice with this, but it'll probably kill your bubbles. But hey, I'm not here to tell you
what to do.
Okay.
If you want ice, put ice in it.
That's right. So, but we have a special guest today, Jelena Meisel from Zonin International. So Zonin is it's an international brand that makes Prosecco. Maybe you've seen this label around.
I have.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones to get, actually. Don't you think?
It is. It's really good, and we should talk to Jelena right now. Hi, Jelena. Welcome to Denver Wine Radio. How you doing?
Hey, Paul. Thanks so much for having me. I'm great.
Oh, good. Well, thanks for being on Denver Wine Radio. And so, tell us about Zonin International. I know I've seen the label, the Prosecco label, around forever. Give us a little rundown about Zonin.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much. So Zonin 1821, we're a family-owned winery from Italy. And, we've been around, obviously, since 1821. The first written documents ever found, of showcasing of the sale of wines were in 1821. And we're a seventh-generation winemakers now, and the company is ran by three brothers, three incredible, brothers that are really balancing it so well and keeping it still, at the family level, even though, we're one of the largest privately owned wineries in Italy. So they truly, the statement of, a family business of families, that's what Zonin is about.
Wow, that's wonderful. In 1821, that's incredible. So what a tremendous history.
Exactly.
So tell us about Prosecco and what it is.
Well, Prosecco, it's a signature Italian wine, I would have to say, but it's an Italian sparkling wine with, and specific to our Zonin Prosecco is that it has these beautiful small little bubbles that just kind of roll on your tongue. And, it's really a sipper. It's just very enjoyable, very refreshing. So for us, that is, if you notice, maybe one of the only, products that actually carries the family name. So it is really one of the most important products that we have in our portfolio. And we're really proud that it carries the name Zonin on it. So, and it's just really perfect for every occasion and every part of a day. Yeah,
Prosecco it's really wonderful. And my wife will attest. So she's always telling me, pick up a bottle of Prosecco.
It's a beautiful little sipper. It's a very easy wine to enjoy and drink. It can be, I think it's perfectly paired just with a glass, but you can pair it, with meals as well. So it has that very high versatility that is just so beautiful. It's a little bit different, obviously, than champagne. So that's what makes it so much more approachable.
So Prosecco, I think, is good for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. It could be like a laid-back kind of thing. You get up on a Sunday morning. Let's say a Bronco Sunday, right?
Right.
Let's say they play the, late 11 o'clock game.
Okay.
We're up.
The early game?
The early game. Yeah, and you make a little brunch. You put a little spread together, a little cheese, crackers, salmon, and you pop this. I'm telling you, the Broncos may win a game.
Let's see. If you pop this...
Oh, and that's the sound like you want to hear at a party, at a wedding. This is a good wine, don't you think, to have at a wedding, a reception, some kind of a great, celebration too, just as well as a Bronco brunch.
Oh yeah, Prosecco is great. It really it's great all the time. It's so light.
Oh, I love the way it looks.
It's this is Brut and.
What's Brut? Okay, explain Brut. Because Brut used to be what? What the cologne people wore in the 80s
Yeah.
or 70s?
Maybe they're still wearing it.
Maybe, yeah, some are still wearing Brut.
But, Brut is the level of dryness, of the level of sweetness in a
wine?
In wines.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
In sparkling wine. So
Okay.
there's Brut, there's extra Brut.
So the more the Brut, the sweeter the Brut?
This is the way I remember, because extra Brut you would think would be extra dry,
right?
But it's not.
It's
so
the
there's
opposite.
Brut, extra Brut, and then it starts to go up in sweetness from there.
And so when
there's demi-sec, and
okay,
yeah.
So when I go to smell this, I'm smelling it the same way as I would be smelling a cab or something else.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, stick your nose in it. Be careful though. Sometimes the
Yeah, the
bubbles
bubblies go up, yeah.
they'll go up your nose, tickle your nose.
It's kind of like Pop Rocks
Yeah, exactly.
and a Coke. Have you ever done that? That's a whole nother Oprah.
Wow, I haven't
Okay.
done that one. I did do I did do Mentos in a Diet Pepsi.
You did?
2 liter. You drop a
Aren't they supposed to explode?
Yeah, they do. It shoots up
Out of the bottle?
In fact, we found a Mentos launcher thing. You put it on the top of your 2 liter
Yeah.
bottle of pop.
Oh no! There's an
And then
attachment.
there's an attachment. You drop the Mentos drop in, and then you back out. You back away, and it shoots up like 20 feet in the air.
Oh my God! We digress. Okay, so I smell very fruity.
Oh, yeah.
Very fruity, very light. It's so light smelling, don't you think?
Oh yeah, real light smelling. A lot of there's like a lime mineral characteristic to it.
That is a way to cool down on a triple-digit Denver day.
Oh wow, yeah,
That is so good.
that hits the spot.
That is good. I mean, and like she said, serving it, you could have it in a glass by itself, or you could pair it. You could throw any kind of like orange juice or, maybe some berries in there, but you really don't need to because it's really good.
Yeah,
as
is.
is.
It is. It's really good as is. Prosecco, I had learned it was made from the Prosecco grape. So Prosecco is made from the Glera grape.
That is correct.
Has been
Yes, the grape is actually called the Glera, and the town where the Glera was first found, it was called Prosecco. So I think that's where I think it was 2009 or 2008 that the laws that protect Italian wines have changed, and they've changed it from basically from Prosecco grape to Glera grape.
So, would there be any difference in flavor of a rosé?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, a rosé would have a different flavor profile because it's made from a red grape. Red grape made like a white wine.
Because this was very citrusy, and it almost had like a almond nutty kind of light kind of flavor. So would a rosé take on more of a flowery, fruity flavor?
Yes, could be. Yeah, more flowery, more fruity, and then more tart berry type of characteristic.
Okay.
So Zonin makes a sparkling rosé.
Okay, and what would that be? A different flavor profile?
Yes, so we have it's a sparkling rosé that also carries the name Zonin, of the Zonin brand, and it's made of Nero Mascalese grape, and it's because our Prosecco is actually very dry. On a contrary that is known in a market, usually the Proseccos are on sweeter side. Ours is very dry and refreshing. It has those almond and citrus notes, while the sparkling rosé has a little bit of hint of maybe sweetness, a little bit of dry strawberries. So it's quite different in profile, but just looks as lovely in a glass.
And it drinks just as lovely in a glass. This is really good. This is really, really refreshing.
I like the Prosecco Show,
Yeah,
John.
me
This
too.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So, here on the show, we like to talk about Colorado and high altitude wines and Cha, we have some of the highest vineyards in the world here
Absolutely.
in Colorado.
What, 5,000 feet?
Yep, 5,000.
6,000?
Yep, and some even as high as 6,000 over in, Paonia area and Hotchkiss.
Those grapes have big lungs.
Oh, yes. So anyway,
altitude in the glass.
we like to put altitude in our glass, and because it has a great effect on the wine. So Zonin has two of their properties. They own 9 properties around Italy, and 2 of them are in Tuscany, and they actually have the highest vineyards. Those properties are set on the highest vineyards in Tuscany,
Wow.
which come in around 2,300 feet.
Okay,
So-
that's pretty high up there. It's not 6,000, but,
Right.
it's for Italy, absolutely.
Can't compete with 5,000 feet. We're about 2,300 feet, but it is, you're absolutely right. It's our Chianti property called Castello di Albola, and that is actually located from it's the highest altitude vineyard in the Chianti region, called Rada in Chianti, and it's situated at 2,300 feet above the sea level.
Wow, that's amazing, and that
Yeah.
For that property, I mean, what does altitude bring to the wine?
Really, I would say a beautiful elegance and acidity, and just low tannins. And you will see, basically 2,300 feet above the sea is where we actually grow our Chardonnay. Being that we're in Chianti, obviously Sangiovese is 90% of what we grow in that vineyard. So that is probably somewhere about 1,300,000 feet, because I think our winemaker, they have figured out that really the optimal, levels are about 300 feet to 450 meters above the sea level, where, we can cultivate really the best Sangiovese for the red wine. And I think part of that is that it allows the grapes, to ripen, to give them the best results. And they have just the right sun exposure, there's just the right soil content. And of course, because of the hills, it's the angles of harvesting that play a huge role in what kind of wine we produce in the area.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. She knows her wines.
She
Wow.
knows her stuff, and everything she says I can echo about Colorado.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we the sunshine, we get the ripeness, we get the great fruit flavors. It all comes out in the wine and the soil. It all comes together.
And the angle of the vines. I mean, who would think the angle of the vines would, But that's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's definitely a lot more of that in Italy, in those rolling hills in
Exactly.
Tuscany. That vineyards are set on like sides of mountains
Yeah,
or sides of hills.
absolutely. Yeah,
So-
they look so cool too.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
But they face them towards, you want them south exposure to get the sunshine and
At a certain time of the day,
exactly.
and then in the evening, the coolness. Yeah, all that kind of
it's
stuff.
all the secret sauce.
Yeah, it's all in the secret sauce. I've learned so much about wine, Paul. Thank you for educating me
Well, it's my pleasure.
on the wine show.
And we've drank some really good wines too.
Absolutely. Prosecco, this is really, really good today, man. It's like, as we've said, it's been wicked hot in Denver, and this would cool you down for sure.
That's right. Well, we obviously like high altitude wines, and I asked Jelena if she'd ever had any Colorado wine,
Yeah?
and she wasn't too familiar.
No altitude in her glass as of yet?
No, not yet.
So I actually, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I have ever tasted any Colorado wines. So today, when I leave my office, I'm going to go and definitely look for some.
That's what we like to hear.
Absolutely.
Plus, we're going to send her some wine.
Absolutely. She's got to taste the altitude. She has to taste, like you were saying, where they grow the grapes, up on the western slope. There's so many other things, great things that they grow there. So that plays a big part in it too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, it's been a bubbly show.
It has. It's been a real fun, bubbly show. And Zonin, I picked this up in Molly's, of course. Mm-hmm. And
how much is that?
This Zonin Prosecco Cuvée 1821 is $11.98.
What?
Yep, $12.
No.
And you know what? I got to cash in my $5
coupon,
my reward. Yeah.
Hey!
So I cashed in she asked me, do you want to cash in your $5? I was like, yeah.
So this was like $12?
Yeah, so $12.
No, $5?
Well, no, it was $12, and I got my $5 off because of my reward. So I paid $7 today.
Dude.
Plus tax.
What a deal.
Oh, I got a great deal. And so, yeah, get out and enjoy some Prosecco, and especially look for the Zonin label. It's a wonderful wine.
So good, so light.
We're gonna keep drinking these. And then we're going to put some altitude in our glass as well.
That's exactly.
I didn't
what
have anything comparable to compare today, but we'll work on that for the next show.
See, I really don't think, Polly, this is standalone was perfect today.
Yes, yeah. This is all we needed. Yeah. So, and then when Jelena, she's going to send me some wine from their Chianti properties, those high altitude, and then we'll do another show and follow up with her and compare those with our high altitude Colorado wines.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
Hey,
that wraps it up again. Thanks for listening to Denver Wine Radio. What else you got?
That's all I got.
Okay, put some altitude in your glass, and we'll talk to you next time.